welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be teaching you guys how to do this brown smoky eye. It's my favorite kind of smoky eye. And I will also be reviewing this new Marc Jacobs Shameless Foundation. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it, that it's one of the newest foundations out right now. So if you want to see how this foundation wears and what I think about it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. And also don't forget to hit the bell button. That will send you post notifications whenever I post a new video. That way you guys don't miss any of my videos. And if you want to see how to create this makeup look, then keep on watching. I'll be using the Tarte Toasted palette. It's my first time using this. I swatched a couple of the colors the other day and I love them. And I'm actually doing something different today. As you guys can tell, I'm doing my eyes first and then my skin. So I'm doing the opposite. And the reason is because if this palette has a lot of fallout, I want to make sure that there's nothing here. I'm just a sucker for warm tones and these kind of colors. Like when I see palettes like this, I'm like, yes, come home with me. So another thing that I'm doing today is I'm super close to the camera. As you can see, I've cropped in and zoomed in on my face. Anyway, let's get started. So as usual, you guys know I'm going to be using the similar products for certain products. So as usual, I'm going to be wearing Painterly Paint Pot by MAC. And I'll be using the Dose of Colors shader brush to apply this all over the lid. For anyone that's new to my channel, I use a lot of the same base products. If you see a YouTuber or an artist using a lot of the same products frequently, then you know that they actually love the product and it's not just something they're being paid to talk about. And I've been using Painterly, like what I'm using right now, I've been using for years, probably since my MAC days, like 2006. And I pretty much use this product all over the lid, from lash line all the way up to the brow bone. Applying this color pretty much all over the lid. And I'll be applying this pretty much all around the crease and the outer corner. Oh, I love how rich these colors are. So Tarte sent me a box full of goodies for the first time ever, and I actually am super impressed with these eyeshadows. I have never used Tarte eyeshadows before, so this is a first. And I'm loving how this looks so far. Just blending out any hard lines with that transition color. It's actually like the perfect transition color. And of course, I'm using my favorite, one of my favorite blending brushes, 247 by Smith Cosmetics. There's actually barely any fallout, just a little bit right here. So this is my first time doing makeup this close to the camera. So if you guys like this, let me know in the comments if you want to continue to see makeup this close to the camera. I feel like just seeing the monitor, I feel like I'm liking it. Using a Morphe M507, I am applying that shade right on the inner corner. Bring it up to the brow bone a little bit. It's nice champagne gold kind of color. So subtle, but it's just perfect. Using the same Morphe brush, and I'm applying that color right on the brow bone. So this color here was shimmery, but this color here is matte. This color is actually called S'more. Speaking of s'mores, I actually have a really funny s'more story. So one of my best friends, Tara, she had some sort of house party at her house years ago. I don't know if it was like a housewarming party, I can't remember, but during the nighttime, they did like a fire pit. During the fire pit, they decided to do s'mores, and I was like, I've never had s'mores before. And they were all looking at me like all my friends were American, right? And I feel like back home, we never made s'mores back home in Europe. So I was like, I've never had a s'more. And everybody just turned and looked at me like, what? So yeah, my first s'more story was funny because everyone thought it was odd that I didn't know what a s'more was. And I'm just taking a clean 232 Smith brush and I'm just going to blend the brow bone color with the crease color. Blending is key, you guys. If you want to have super blended eyes, make sure that in every step you blend, and then at the end you also blend, like I'm doing now, just blending any harsh lines. The same brush that I use to apply the lid color, which is Crown C510, I'm going to pack this onto the lid. So pretty and so pigmented. You guys, so far, I'm obsessing over this palette. Every color that I've used has blended like butter and has applied like butter. There's no streaks. There's nothing is wrong with this palette so far. And you can totally skip that first step that I applied. Remember when I applied the first color? You can totally skip that step if you want, but I like to layer products, especially when I'm working with darker shades like this. Oh my god, this is blending so well, you guys. This palette, I highly recommend. It's blending super, super well. And then with colors like this that have that glitter, you want to make sure that after you're done blending, you apply a little bit more so that you don't lose that glitter effect. I'm such like a neat freak that I couldn't even stand looking at that fallout. The only good thing about doing your eyes first is that when you go to clean it, you can really create this sharp line here and it just looks so nice and neat. So I got a new computer. I got a new laptop, the same laptop that I had before, just obviously a newer version because the old one was from like 2012, 2013, so it was acting really slow. And I also got Final Cut Pro, which is, for anyone who doesn't know, it's an editing app. It's super expensive. It's $300 for this app, right? I got it and I'll be editing this video with that, but I have to learn how to edit with that app. So it might take me longer than a day to edit this video. I'm going to be using my favorite waterline pencil, as you guys know, NC15 NW20 Chromographic Pencil by MAC. Don't kill me, it might be discontinued or they might just be out of stock because when I look it up on their website, I can't find it. But it's like the most perfect nude pencil and I just can't stop using it. Really praying that MAC hasn't discontinued this because if they've discontinued this, they really are deservicing themselves. If that's even a word, deservicing? That might be a word. Not really sure. Now that the eyes are fully blended, I'm going to apply some mascara. This is the Elcie mascara, Lashful. I mean, can you get over how great this mascara makes your lashes? So if you find me repeating something, it's just because I want to make sure that the new followers also hear that information. So anytime you get mascara on your lid or on your face, like I just got a little dot of mascara right there, you want to make sure that you let it dry fully, and then you just take like a mascara wand like this or a Q-tip, and you just, once you let it dry all the way, you just kind of scrape it off. See how easy that was for it to come off? I went ahead and finished my left eye on camera just so we don't waste any more time. And now I'm going to move on to skin before I do the bottom lash line. And as usual, I'll be using the Elcie Glow Enhancer Dry Face Oil all over my skin before applying the foundation. I do about 4 drops of this oil all over the face. You can use your fingers. I like to use a brush. This is another product that I use all the time. I just love the way this makes the foundation go on so nicely. So today I'll be reviewing the new Shameless Foundation by Marc Jacobs Beauty. They sent me 3 colors right here. They sent me medium R300, light Y270, light R230. So I'm actually going to be using light 230 and light 270. So Y is for yellow and R is for red, more warm. So this one's gonna be more pinky and this one's gonna be more yellow. I always like to kind of mix warm and yellow foundations together because my skin is like yellow on my neck, but then kind of pink on my face. So this foundation has SPF 25, and I actually have tried this foundation 2 times before I decided that I wanted to film about it. It is one of the newest foundations out right now, and I love that it's got a like plastic package because you can just squeeze the product out much easier than having a glass jar. It's lighter, obviously, if you're a makeup artist and you want a lighter kit. Coverage is supposed to be medium. However, for my taste, I thought it was more on the lighter side. These are the two colors right here mixed together. And I feel like I used more foundation than normal. So I'm just kind of like mixing it up. So it came with this brush right here. And for the life of me, I will never understand why companies do this because nobody ever really uses this kind of brush to apply foundation. Maybe back in the day people did, but even back in the day, like when I used to work at MAC and MAC had a foundation brush kind of like this, but a little bit longer, I never used it. So I'll never understand why companies, especially high-end companies, continue to make these kind of brushes because when I applied it with this, the foundation looked horrible. Like, I wish companies would stop making that kind of brush. Anyway, when I applied it with the Beauty Blender, I just felt like my pores were really showing. And when I applied it with my G2 Morphe brush, I feel like it went on the best. So I would say if you have like pretty flawless skin naturally, this foundation is good for you. Or if you're one of those people that likes a little bit of coverage, then this foundation is fine. But for me, for example, I have sunspots in this area. You could see it right there. Like this foundation doesn't cover that. Or like that scar that I have from the breakout, this foundation doesn't cover it. You need more coverage for that. And this foundation is actually also supposed to be self-setting. You don't necessarily have to set it with a powder. However, both days when I applied it, I set it with a powder. You always want to make sure that you go around the mouth area so you cover all your bases. So this foundation looks really, really good actually. I feel like today is the first day that I'm liking it more so than the other days when I applied it. The other days when I applied this, I wasn't really happy with it, but today I used the oil before I applied the foundation, and the other days, the first day, I was trying to use a hydrating primer. I used a mattifying primer by mistake, and that was a big no-no. The foundation looked so dry and cakey. It did not look good at all. The second day, I used a creamy primer. Again, that didn't work so well. So far it seems like the Elcie oil is working the best with this foundation. So I definitely give that mixture a thumbs up. Like my skin with just one layer actually looks really good. I'm going to use the Becca Anti-Fatigue Under Eye Primer. It is this blue primer right here. I've actually been liking how this goes under the concealer. Just want to be light with this. You don't want to apply too much. It has the texture of like a balm. So it's really soft and it makes the concealer go on so much smoother and better. Now I'll be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealers in Light Medium Honey and Light Neutral as usual. I always apply them on the back of my hand first and then I mix the two colors together. And as usual, I'm just using a mini beauty blender and just in tapping motion. Now I have to be extra careful around this area to not ruin my eyeshadow. And then I'll be using the Peach Perfect Too Faced Setting Powder by Too Faced, and this is what it looks like. I'm just setting the under eye before I move on to the other eye. When I set the under eye, I also set like the area where I put the concealer a little bit lower. Now that the concealer is on, I can add some of the highlight on the bottom area as well. Ooh, love how that looks. All right, now we're about to do my favorite part, which is the bottom lash line, and I'll be using Teddy by MAC, which is a brown pencil with gold flecks in it, and I'll be bringing it all across the bottom lash line, just like that, and then attaching the top part of the shadow. And then I'm going to take a Dose of Colors pencil brush and just blend that out a little bit. I'm going to be using that same color here, right on the bottom lash line to smoke it out. Ooh, I just love a bottom smoky lash line. Can't tell me nothing else. So I'm gonna move on to skin, and I'm going to use, look at this new package. I just opened this. It's one of my favorite holy grail products ever. This is the medium dark mineralized skin finish by MAC. The reason why this is a holy grail product is because I love to warm up my face and contour my face with this powder. So the color is perfect for me. The finish is perfect. Unless you've tried this product, you won't know what I mean by it. Like, this product is just so great on the skin. I've been using this product since the days of working at MAC. I want to move the foundation underneath, so I'm going to be using like tap-in motion. And when I contour, I always do hairline, cheekbones, and that's it pretty much. Now I'm using the Too Faced setting powder, the translucent powder that I use for the under eyes, just to kind of set this area right here. It's key to set around the mouth area so that when you apply your lip liner or lipstick, it doesn't bleed throughout the day. Using a favorite blush of mine by Tarte. I actually bought this blush a long time ago, but they just sent it to me, and I'm so glad that they sent me this blush, because it's not like Tarte asked me, hey, what's your favorite blush from our company? It just happened to be in that care package, and it is called Tipsy, and it is this beautiful peachy orangey blush, and I love it so much. And using this Lashylicious C101 brush that I was using for the contour powder, and I'm just gonna stipple this on the apples of the cheeks and bring it right on top of the contour. How pretty is that? Oh, I love it. If you guys don't know this already about me, I love peachy blush. The reason why I'm just doing a lot of tapping and not so much of the sweeping motion is because this foundation acts kind of weird when you sweep motion. It kind of moves around. That's the only bad thing about this foundation. So you have to be careful and just kind of tap the product. I learned that the first 2 times that I wore the foundation. You cannot sweep around this foundation because you'll move everything around that you did before. And I'll be using one of my favorite loose highlighters. It is by YouTuber Aina, a dear friend of mine, and in collaboration with Artist Couture, and it looks just like this. It's so pretty. I'm like holding it with both hands because I don't want to spill it. But it's called La Peach, and just look at this goodness. Like, it's so pretty. And the Smith Cosmetics 232 brush. Oh my god. It is so pretty. Yes, Jackie, you did that, girl. You did that. Look at this, you guys. Oh, so pretty. A little bit above the brow. So Artist Couture is known for their loose highlighters, and you can actually use these on your eyes or on your face or on your body. You can mix these with your moisturizer and use them for like your collarbone. Oh, so pretty. Just lightly using it on my nose. Cupid's bow. I mean, can we just die looking at this? It is like the perfect peachy gold highlighter. Jackie, you outdid yourself, girl. Alright, so I think I'm over looking at my face without my eyebrows. So let's start the eyebrow process. I'm going to use the usual soft brown dip brow by Anastasia. And first, I'm just going to brush these eyebrows up. And I'll be using the Elcie angled brush that comes with a spoolie, so it's perfect, because as I'm doing the brows, I like to constantly brush and spread the product around. I always start with this area of my brow because it's the area that needs the most help. I just do little baby strokes. You guys get to see how I transform these weird looking brows. So with a product like the soft brown dip brow that I'm using, which is like a pomade texture, you want to be really careful and use like the tiniest. I know this looks like a lot, but this is like pretty much what I do, and there's not a lot of product on here. So I'm not a fan of pencils for brows. I feel like I can't really get a precise brow with pencils. That's why you never really see me using a pencil. You guys, I feel so accomplished today. I went to the gym this morning, got my toes done. I really needed my toes done so badly. And then I brush the hair down. And then I start to outline the top part and fill in any gaps. So yeah, I feel super accomplished. And now I'm filming a video. Just today's a good day. And you know why? Because it was sunny out. Today was actually one beautiful day. It was sunny, it was 55, it wasn't too cold. When it's freezing out, I do not want to leave the house. Do you guys see this eyebrow transformation? Do you see what I'm saying? And then I just go back in the areas where it still looks like it needs some more color. Look at the difference, you guys. I mean, can we just get over this? Like, night and day, night and day. I did my lashes off camera, and now for the lips, I'll be using Double Tap Lip Gloss by Tarte. I'm really loving the way this gloss looks with these eyes. I typically would have used more of like a brown nude, but I feel like this is more of like a mauve nude, but I still love it with these eyes. And now I'm going to use the Galani Lustrous Facial Mist. You guys know I love this product. I always feel like I have to show this part because look at how that looks. Like, just seeing that alone makes me want to put it all over my face. And this is the final look. I hope that you guys like it. I loved filming this look. This is actually a look that I've been thinking about filming for a while, and it was on my list of videos to film. It is one of my favorite go-to kind of smoky eye, and I hope to see you guys on my next video. Don't forget to like and comment. Let me know what you thought of this makeup look. And if you guys haven't subscribed already, please do so. Click the bell button so that you can get notifications every time I post a new video. And I'll see you guys next time.